What's up guys, so this is the first episode of the Turing video tutorial series. Now this episode we're going to talk about put statements. Now these put statements, they are used to print something to the user as an output. Now the actual keyword to do so is put. Now since Turing is very simple and very short in terms of syntax coding like this, it is, well, pretty simple since it's just put. In Python, it's print. In C++, it's like something. So I don't care. So yeah, basically it's just this put keyword statement. Now to actually print some text or letters, characters or numbers, you will need to use this container. Now this container is, well, a container, and inside that container is what will be printed out to the user as output. Now what you use as this container is double quotes, one to start off the container and one to end it. Now you have to use these double quotes because anything else will either give you an error or will not work at all. And with whatever that is inside this container is what will actually be printed out. Now the first program that we're actually going to make is pretty simple. Yeah, hello world, which is basically in every single tutorial guide of any kind of programming language you will start off with someone printing out hello world as your very first program. Now we press run and there you go, it prints out hello world. Now why doesn't it print out these double quotes, this space, or this put keyword statement? Well, the reason why is because these double quotes, it's the container, and inside the container, whatever it may be, whether it's words, spaces, characters, numbers, whatever, whatever's inside this container, which is highlighted, is what will actually be printed out. Since this is the end of the container and this is the beginning, well, this is the entire container, and this is the content of the container. Well, yet again, the content is what is the only thing that's being printed, and it's the reason why the only thing you see is hello world and not anything else right here. Now you could go more complex and start typing, oh, hello there, and this is the awesome Turing video tutorial series, exclamation mark. Now actually run it, well, it'll print exactly what it says. Exactly. All of the spaces, all of the spelling mistakes. Yet again, you cannot spell check Turing coding at all. I think you can do that with Python or whatever, depending on what IDE you use or any other programming language, or whatever IDE, which is basically development environment, you use. So yeah, so for Turing, it prints out exactly and literally whatever you actually put in the double quotes, as in the container, because, well, it just prints it out. If it's uppercase, lowercase, whatever, or even numbers, brackets, characters, it will print it out. Hello there, and that's the awesome Turing video tutorial series, and a bunch of numbers. This will also work with, like, some characters, such as these parentheses, brackets, or any of these randomized characters. Now basically put statements, you're able to print whatever it is inside the container. Now what we're actually going to print out is, well, if you haven't noticed already, is that I've already said this before actually, is that Turing, when you print it out, it prints exactly what you put inside these double quotes, or the container as I would call it. So whatever's in here, it's what it gets printed. Now we can always start by printing this chart-ish kind of thing, but I'm kind of lazy since it's in the notes for my computer science teacher, but I'm like, I don't want to like type that since it's already in the notes. But let's just start something simple. Now, since it's basically Turing is pretty literal, whatever you type in is whatever you get out of it, inclusive spacing. It comes to a point where you can basically make stuff like this. So I put a bunch of stars, and right now I'm making this very long rectangular box with some text in it, and this isn't really that difficult to do. So you put another quote, star space space space, hello there. I might as well center this. Now what's nice about Turing is that whatever you actually see in this actual thing is actually what you're going to get. So you can keep on putting spaces, and that with a star, and then close it with some more stars. So you can always already see right here that it is in this box. Now when you actually do print it out, it's exactly what you see inside these containers. So I'm going to click on run, and this is exactly what you get. Of course you can change the settings and such to make this larger, but I don't want to do it yet, so there you go. So it prints out everything that's inside the container, and at the exact kind of formatting. If you put a space, it's still going to be spaced out like this, and what you generally see is exactly what you get, unless there's some formatting something, blah blah blah, or some random error. Now as it will create this output, notice that all of the spaces are printed out. Generally, Turing as in interpreter, and an interpreter is like code to computer code. In computer code, it's a bunch of zeros and ones. So it's basically binary numbers, which I don't know how to calculate properly. I'm not even there yet. So yeah, notice that it prints all of the spaces, and it doesn't really care about how you actually like put it, because whatever you put in those double quotes or text container or whatever, it will print it out. No matter how much or how little space is or whatever it is, it will print it out. Now it is good to get some like good formatting, like always have a space, because even if you don't have a space between the put, you will still print it out. It's just that it's a lot easier to read if it's spaced out like this. I mean, like, who would want to read such a code that's like that sloppy and bad? Or you can put like a million spaces. It doesn't matter how much spaces you put. All right, you put all of those spaces, it's still gonna run the same, since it's not the spaces inside these double quote containers. See, the exact same thing. It's just that this is really bad formatting. So I would suggest you guys learn better code formatting, which I'll talk about in a later episode. The next thing we're going to talk about is the function where this thing called skip. Now skip, what it does, is that it makes your life easier, because let's say you want to add spaces. Let's do it right here. Let's say you want to add spaces. Like you want to space hello. Okay, let's say you write this, right? But when you print it out, it's stuffed over here. Although this is not bad spacing, what you really want is to have spacing right between this. Now to do so, you can't just do this. No difference. Turing doesn't care if there's a space right here. It doesn't. This is like nothing, because the space right here is equivalent to this. No difference at all. Now in order to actually add a space, you could do this. Put double quotes there. You don't even have to put a space in it. If you do, there's no difference, because, well, it will print it out the same. Now if you do this, basically all it does is it actually puts a space under it, since it's this blah star 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 blah blah blah, and then there's this space here, which is nothing. This entire line has nothing on it, and then it goes to the next line in the code, and it starts with hello there viewers, which is right here. Now but then again, it's kind of like a pain if you have to do this all the time. If you want to like put two spaces, because what you have right now is actually two spaces, one here, one here. Now if you actually want to make it easier, you could use a skip function right here. Now get rid of these things, paste it. Then you get put skip, and then you have put inside these containers is hello there, comma viewers exclamation mark. Now actually run it, you actually get these two spaces. Now it's a lot easier than before, where you have to do put space double quote and then press enter to start the new line. It's actually a lot easier to use skip if you want two lines. But if you don't, then well, you're just gonna have to use this. Now skip is only two lines. There's no third line, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's basically this. And you can use skip for it, or you can use this if it's only one. If it's three, then you can do a combination of both. You can put and then put skip. Therefore now it will be three spaces under this bunch of stars. See, 1, 2, 3. Now you can basically see that based on the actual size of everything, you would actually notice that's actually three spaces tall. Now to go further into the formatting of when you put stuff, like if you put spaces, it will print out the spaces. So you can say hello blah blah blah, welcome, and it will print out basically exact same ish kind of look as you get from this, as long as there's spaces here inside these double quotes or text containers, as I would call them, I guess. And like, yeah. Then I'm gonna put skip for rem spacing. Whoops. And then hello there. Welcome. Welcome again, I guess. Click run. As you can see, the spaces are basically, as long as it's inside the double quotes, you would know that it's actually inside. It would actually print out the spaces and such. So, and well, let's say you want to, actually let me say this again. Let's say you want to print double quotes. So let's say you want to say, let's say you want to say, so suddenly, okay, bad spelling. So now we're going to, like, if you were to print someone saying something, as you would see in a book or something, you would use double quotes to like for the Jack yelled help. Oh, whoops. Help. Now you can see from this that it is no longer the put statement color of brownish brown of some sort. Now you can see that it's not like this anymore because, well, this is the end. This is the end part of the container, of this entire container. Now, what would you do to actually print all these? Well, there's something called escape characters. Now, these escape characters are, you use this backslash, which if I can find on this key, oh no, yeah, there we go. Backslash is right before the character that is banned from using it alone, since it's important. Now you can use this escape character, and bam, now you can actually use the double quotes. And I guess you can end like that. Yeah, there you go, and click on run. There you go. You can actually, now you get the double quotes, because if you didn't have this escape character, this is what you get. Error. Illegal character. So basically this entire bunch of code is illegal, as in, you know what illegal is. Don't do anything illegal, but yeah, in coding you can. It's just gonna give you an error, and they're gonna like fix it. Now with these escape characters, you can get you can get the quotes in it. Now, but then again, this is only for like the text, since this is an escape character that you're using. It's just to say in double quotes help. Now you have to have the ending part of this text container. If you don't, I mean the end of this put statement with these double quotes as in the end of this entire container. If you don't have this, you're gonna get an error. Yes, you do. You do get an error, cause well, it's not ending. Cause this is a literal piece of text. That's why you have to end it with double quotes, cause it's the end of the actual put statement container. Because if you don't have it, then well, you just get an error. So like yeah, hell blah blah blah, and then you dot, and you get this. And again, you can see that there's double quotes here, and you can remember these escape characters. Now, these escape characters work with other things that, such as percent signs and such, which I'll show you guys in later episodes. And this video is getting long because my mouth is drying. So, like, yeah, this is basically put statements. I want you guys to, mess around with put statements. Like put some random stuff, I don't care, like put like, oh, hello there, and you can still print out that it's oh hello there. Or you can say, what I will say is, I don't know, some random, what could I say, okay, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video of Turing. Subscribe for more, since I will post, well, I'm not typing, more of these videos and stuff. Yeah, so basically I'm going to be like posting more of these videos. Oh yeah, I almost forgot something. So let's say you want to print a bunch of stuff, but then you don't want to keep on jabbering on and on and on and on and on and on and on, but you want to make it so when people read it, they don't have to do this. Now to do this, I can't believe I almost forgot this. To put, let's say you want to put 2 lines on a single line, but without actually putting it on a single line on an actual code. What you do is just put space, period, period, period. Now what this does, it's say, oh, this is like continue on whatever is on the next line. Now I'll show you guys. See, this line continued on, because if you didn't have these double periods as this continuation thing, yeah, this continuation whatever character thing, then you wouldn't have this. You wouldn't have this on the same line, because if you didn't have it, then you generally wouldn't have it on the same line. You'll have it on separate lines. Since it's on just separate lines in the actual code, it will print out in separate lines in the actual output. Now you can do this for all the pieces of code, and this will basically just print out everything on a single line. Of course, Turing does not have any kind of very good text wrapping. I mean, look at this, it's like cut off, so I would point out that you might want to, be aware of that and how much characters you can possibly put in this. What else? Did I miss anything? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do this for some other episodes. So yeah, thank you for watching this video of Turing. Subscribe for more, and I'll post more videos and stuff, since I'm going to be continuing on with these episodes. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment on the comment section below, talk about Turing, ask questions, because I'm here for it and I have nothing else to do, honestly. So yeah, just go bug me for Turing help if you have any trouble. Chances are there's probably going to be no one asking me questions, because it's Turing, guys. The only people who are going to be asking me questions are probably going to be people in my computer science classes or stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.